our family. How you doing? How you living? How you feeling? How you mama now? Okay, so I'm on my way to my final first-time homebuyers education class. Today I get my little HUD certified certificate or whatever it's supposed to be.
Take the next left onto South 10th Street.
Yeah. So this has been, what was it?
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Atlantic Avenue.
Week course. Thankfully, majority of it was on Zoom. It was just different instructors came on.
In 300 feet, turn left onto South 9th Street. Take the next left onto South 9th Street.
Okay, whatever. I thought I was having a highway. So why would I make a left there?
In 400 feet, turn right onto South 8th Street. Turn right onto South 8th Street.
Yes, but what was I saying? Okay. So the course was a 8-week course. It was different, like instructors coming on just to talk to us about, it was a pretty big class too. To talk to us
in a quarter mile, turn right toward Keynes Avenue.
Oh my gosh, GPS, please shut up. Just to talk to us about like the home buyer process, different types of mortgages, different kinds of first-time home buyers programs that are available. What other things were there? Yeah, just basically everything home buyer related is everything that we talked about. I'm going to Morristown. Why wouldn't I? Whatever. But yeah. I'm sorry. I'm trying to like, the way that I can go in my mind is conflicting with the way the GPS is telling me to go, but they must know something I don't. So I'll be patient and take their advice. Turn the heat on because it is kind of chipper, and I didn't bring a coat out of the house. It's supposed to get into the 60s today, so I didn't think it was that important. But this last class is in person, so we're going to be there all day. Like, it is from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
At the light, turn right.
I don't know what we could possibly have to talk about for a whole 6 hours, but they are providing lunch, but still, like, it's a very long time.
Continue for
Especially
1.5
since
miles.
during the whole 8-week course, all of the classes were only an hour long. Like, it was 6 to 7. We were always done. But whatever. One step closer. So once I finish this program, again, like I said, they give me the certificate, and then I have signed on with a realtor. Shout out to Emerson. So he had me link up with one of his, was it a mortgage broker or a lending? I don't know. One of them. The people who help you get the mortgage. He hooks me up with his contact for that. And they have another program for New Jersey home buyers where it's like up to $30,000 towards closing costs. So hooks me up with them. And they did my pre-approval and everything. So did my pre-approval, sent over all of my paperwork, filled out the application, all that good stuff. They ran my credit. I qualified for the program, did my pre-approval. That has come back. So now realtor has been sending me a bunch of houses, like say which ones I like, so we can start going to look at them and everything. Like, the process is moving a lot faster than I thought it would. And I'm excited and I'm nervous, but like it's really moving. It most definitely is moving. And we're going straight. Because like even after, like I have to go through my email because my email is like so cluttered with stuff. But like I didn't even notice it. Like the lender person was like sending me emails like, hey, I just need your, I still have to upload my W-2s for the last 2 years. But she was like, oh, because I sent them like all of my pay stubs for this new job since I signed on in September. I've sent them every pay stub that was available to me on my company's website. So she's like, okay, well, we're just going to go off of your pay stubs since you sent all of them. Like, listen, my goal is to be in a house before the end of the summer. That way the boys can start at a new school at the beginning of the school year, like everybody else. Like, you know, everybody's new. Everybody's getting accustomed to the things. They're not trying to play catch up and all those kinds of things. They can start making friends, all that jazz, all that fun stuff. So that's what my focus is, to be in a house by the end of the summer. But I didn't think it was going to move this fast. Like, it's really moving. So yeah, about my email. So I didn't even realize they were like sending me emails, but thankfully, since they also have my phone number, they would then send me a text after they sent the email, like, hey, just sent you an email. We need da-da-da-da. Cool. So I'd send it. Gosh. And even though I'm approved for way more than I thought I would be approved for, I'm not trying to spend all of that. They did like a breakdown of like what my closing costs would be along with the pre-approval. They sent another form of like what the fees and everything would be based on. Like they asked me for an area of like what was there a neighborhood that I was looking into or anything like that. So they used that as an example of if I bought a house in that area and it cost the max of my budget of what I was approved for. Like, this is what the closing cost fees would be. This is how much I would need to have, like, to go towards it, all that fun stuff. But according to them, I may not even need to use, like, my own money. I can just use the grant money, which would be cool, but I'm still not going to touch that account. I'm just going to let it sit there.
In 1,000 feet, merge onto US 130 North, South Crescent Boulevard.
Will do. I wanted to stop and get coffee, but I don't know. I don't know if I got that type of time. All right. Thank you all so much. Appreciate you. Your cooperation is duly noted. So, like, all last night and today, well, this morning.
Continue on US 130 North for 5 miles.
The realtor had sent me a bunch of, he made like a little portal for me of like houses that fall within my price range. So he was having me look through them. Like, you know, I can go through and like heart the ones I like, so then those will be the ones that we go and see and everything. So I was doing that with the boys. And I must say, Theo has very expensive taste. Very expensive taste. Like, Tom is kind of like me. We're balling on a budget right now. We have the vision in mind of like, we don't want to spend above this. Not Theo. Boys got high hopes and high dreams. I mean, because thankfully the list that the realtor sent me goes from like the most expensive to like the least expensive. So there are ones that are like below the price range that I want to tap at. I want to stay like 200 and below. Will I be able to find something that is nice and sort of kind of move-in ready at that price point? I leave it in God's hands. But Theo's like at the very tippy top. Like, he didn't drop below 250 looking at houses. Everything else below that is beneath him. So like, I'm trying to like think of wanting a rancher because I'm thinking with my MS in mind. Because I do not intend on moving out of this house anytime soon. Like, no. I have no vision of that happening. Especially until like the boys are done school. So what, Theo's only in 4th grade right now? So I have time. But like, we're not leaving the house anytime soon. So I have time to make like adjustments and, you know, remodel things and everything. However, I don't want to like have to do so much when we first move in. Except for like a good deep clean and a scrub down. You're trying to speed and I'm not on that type of time. So the goal is a rancher, but not too many places have ranchers. Like, there are certain neighborhoods where majority of their houses are ranchers, but then majority of the ones on the list or that are on the market right now are 2-story homes. And while yes, I do have my MS managed right now and I haven't had a relapse in quite some time, I still am thinking of, like, for the times when I do have a relapse and, you know, I lose the ability to control my legs, and now I'm not going to be able to make it up steps at all. Like, that just doesn't happen. especially if I'm going to get a house at the higher end of my budget, I would rather be able to enjoy all of it. Like, I want to get it everywhere inside of the house because I'm paying for it. But yeah, you know, from my lips to God's ears, that we can find a rancher. But then there was also a duplex that I saw that is for sale. That's for $250,000. I was thinking about doing that. Like, okay, that one looks nice. It's remodeled. Like, everything's nice, white, crisp, clean. Looks fantastic. 5 bedrooms, 2 baths. Cool. Because my vision is, okay, my mom's getting older. We just had, her 70th birthday party. So she's getting older. Her memory is starting to go. So I'm like, okay, eventually she's not going to be able to live on her own. So then having a duplex would make it easier to just have her be able to come stay with me because I would have the space. $250,000. That's a lot. And I mean, we don't know when that time will be, when she won't be able to live by herself anymore, and yet I would still have to be paying this $250,000 mortgage for this house. And that is what scares me. But I can't, go into it with the fear mindset. Yeah. If I have learned nothing from watching Journey to Wisdom and Wealth, shout out to Tara, faith over fear. I can't go in thinking about like, the what ifs of, you won't be able to afford it, even though that is logical because it's just me. Like, I'm a single mom. We're a one salary household, one income household. So I want to make sure that I'm able to do it by myself. But I also want to think for the future. I don't know. It's very conflicting. I don't know what's going on. Don't mind me. We're almost there. I may be able to stop for coffee. I'm not sure. And I'm done. Mama, I made it. I survived. Sorry if you hear the heat on. It is quite cold. I should have brought a jacket. I don't know why I did not. But yeah. Course is done early, thank the Lord. I told y'all, it was originally scheduled to be done at 3 o'clock this afternoon, and we are getting out of there before 12:30. I'd love to see it. No, that can't be right. I'm looking at the wrong time. Whatever. I would like the correct time, but it's still early, and we were supposed to get out. So now I'm all good. But what I did learn was that a lot of these first-time homebuyer programs are stackable. So I asked if there was like a place where we could find all of the programs that are available and are able to be stacked. And from what I was told, there is no one set place of all of the programs that are like available in one set location. They did say like HUD had a list of places, so I will definitely check there, and then of course check with my realtor to see if it'll be able to stack with the program that he already got me in touch with. But the man who gave the presentation was saying that like the most he's ever seen one client stack of first-time homebuyers programs was they had $75,000 in grants, like at the closing table. That's how I'm trying to be, okay? So definitely going to speak to my realtor about that as far as stacking these programs. And then if I am going to apply for other programs, making sure that they don't do hard pulls on my credit and just do a soft pull so I can get the number to make sure that I am qualified for said program. Because I don't need y'all doing all these hard pulls and then my score drops and now I'm ineligible for other programs. I'm so excited. Now I gotta remember how I got here so that I can go away and get back home. Oh my my gosh. All right, heat. I feel like you're warm enough now. You can blow on me, please. Hurry up. It's cold. No, you're still cold. Definitely should butt jacket. And then they had like this little game they were playing where they put numbers underneath people's seats, and I was one of the lucky ones. Well, technically, I wasn't like super lucky because there was nothing underneath my seat. However, nobody was sitting in the seat next to me, so I checked underneath that seat, and they had one, so I took it, and I won a basket. Like they had a whole bunch of baskets up at the front where everybody had to check under their seat. So a lot of people did it too. Like they didn't have one under their seat, but the seat next to them, nobody was sitting in it. So they checked it and it had one, so they took it. So don't judge me. All right? They said we could do it. But they had a basket and it just like had some towels in it, toilet paper, laundry soap, some energy efficient light bulbs and things like that. But it's cool with me because it was free. So I appreciate it. And right now I feel like I'm just driving to be driving because I honestly have no idea how to get back home from here. So. Okay, I do remember this house because I looked at it. Alright, I am going the right direction. See, now that I am like pre-approved, I'm looking at homes a whole different way now. Just driving past it and being like, oh, do I like it? Like now I can be nitpicky about things. Can I afford it? Is it worth it? Like, let me stop. Oh. But the boys are definitely excited. I'm glad that they're excited. I just hope that everything continues to stay like on a good track because they've been so patient with me throughout this whole process. Like, the whole divorce, all of that, they've been so patient. Did I turn here, yes or not, or no? I can't remember. Let's go straight. Yes, I believe it was straight. We were going straight for 4 months. But the one thing that I am grateful about that I didn't do, because a lot of the people that were in the class, because I took this class through, it was facilitated through Habitat for Humanity. All right, I remember the water tower. I'm going the right way. So Habitat for Humanity were the ones that were giving the program. However, a lot of the people that were in the class were people who had applied for their available houses and like either didn't make the cut or they did make the cut, but they still needed to take this course. So some people in the class were like so mad and irritated at the fact that like the income guide, not the income guidelines, like the state guidelines for affordable housing say that it has to be one person per bedroom in the affordable house. So if it's a 3-bedroom, there is a minimum of three people who have to be in this house. So some of the people that were there were like single people. They don't have any kids. They don't have anybody coming to live with them. They're just them by themselves wanting to buy an affordable house. But there aren't a lot of 1-bedroom affordable homes. And if there are, then it's based on the municipality that provides the funding. So a lot of people were like yelling at the lady and like upset and getting an attitude with her, but like it's not her fault. She can't change what the municipality wants. Like, and people weren't comprehending that. And then there was this one lady, oh my gosh. She just kept asking question after question after question after question. And that's fine if you have like genuine questions. But her questions were like very specific questions where in the beginning of the course, the man said, like, we're not going to do very specific questions. If you have specific questions, then you need to make an appointment. Like, these are just more for general questions that can benefit everybody about what he's talking about. Not like, oh, well, my cousin so-and-so got this for their house, and how do I get, like, no, it's not what today is for. Today was just for general questions about the subject matter. But this lady, you would have thought, well, she did come late, so maybe that's why she kept asking those questions, and she missed that whole spiel in the beginning. Because, I mean, she would ask questions like rapid fire, like, bam, please. irritating at the fact that during the Zoom calls, she had already asked some of these questions. So, like, why are you reiterating a question that you've already asked and been given answers to? She was very annoying. Very, very annoying. And she was one of the people who had an attitude at the fact that they don't make one-bedroom homes, or one person not able to buy a habitat home that may have in a municipality that doesn't allow for a single person to be in like a 2-bedroom or in a 3-bedroom. Oh, she was a pill. Was it this? I don't know. That's somebody's driveway. We're not going there. Okay. Okay, now we're getting to a main road. Look at me. Venturing out into new places. Okay, so I'm back home now. Here is the prize that I won. Here we have a kitchen towel, a 4-pack of LED light bulbs, some paper towel, I don't know, is this like a tube? I don't know. Some Lysol disinfectant wipes. Kills COVID-19 virus. A sponge. 2 packs of Tide laundry detergent. Toilet paper. It's a hot commodity nowadays. Another sponge. There's soap. And a first aid kit. This is actually really handy. I can put this in my car. Again, another sponge. Another kitchen towel. This one has coffee cups all over it. And then just a laundry basket. Yeah, gray laundry basket. That was so nice. Alright, so now for the rest of the day, I think I'm going to, I still have some documents that I have to upload. So I need to upload like 3 months worth of my bank statements, as well as probably go to Staples because I have to scan my 2024 tax returns so that I can then upload that to my portal, as well as I have to look on my computer to see if I have my 2023 tax return on my computer, or do I need to upload that as well, because I also need to give those. And then I also have to look up and get a copy of my divorce decree. I think I have copies of that on my computer, but we'll have to double check that. That's the third thing. Divorce decree, check. Then I have another thing to do, but I can't do that until Monday, so I'm just going to do what I can do for right now, so we can keep pushing.
Good morning, good morning. How y'all doing? How you living? How you feeling? How you momming there? On our way to Staples, because while I bought a new printer, it doesn't allow me to scan. And are you okay? What is happening? And I have to scan my last 2 W-2s to upload to my portal for the mortgage lender. And that's the last thing I have to do. I already gave them my bank statements. I was able to do that on my phone, but I can't scan on my phone. So going to Staples to do that. Yeah, and I guess the rest of the day I'll just look through the list of houses that the realtor sent me, start hearting some ones, see what I like, and yeah, we'll go from there.
Happy Monday. What's going on, family? How you doing? How you living? How you feeling? How you momming them? Hold on while I say my grace. Amen. So, this is my lunch break from work. I came home because since this whole home buying situation is happening, I'm not really trying to use my debit card for anything. So, I used my points at Domino's yesterday to order pizza. And we still have pizza left over. So I was like, let me just come home and eat some of this good old leftover pizza and have that be lunch, because I'm so serious when I say I am ready to be in my own home. Like, I'm super duper ready. So I made sure to email my realtor, all that good stuff. I've been talking with him all morning. But yeah, don't want to use my debit card, so homemade lunches are where it's at. Only thing, to drive eats up a nice little chunk of my lunch hour, but it's fine. You want some pizza? What's up, family? So I am currently sitting at my computer looking over an email that the realtor sent to me. And the title of this email is crazy. Some spicy information about the market. Spicy? But basically, he sent me an email talking to me about, like, the different counties that are close by and townships, and, like, what their, the trends and their sale prices have been. And, like, 2 of the counties and that have houses that I'm looking into, like, they've had, like, an increase in what their, the price of their homes have been. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do with this information. I'm going to be totally honest with y'all. But I'm going to read it. Will I understand it? Will I comprehend it? Will I don't want to say care, because I will care, but I don't know. What's another word for care? For this, what I'm feeling. I don't know. Drop it down in the comments if y'all know what I'm trying to say. But yeah. I see it, sir. I'm reading it. I respect it, appreciate it. Okay, so once I get done reading this email, I'm then going to finish applying for these first-time homebuyer grants, because the realtor has me I already filled out the application for this one grant, and was awarded $20,000. You know, yay, for free money, to go towards closing costs and down payment. But then I did I went to my homebuyers education class, like y'all saw, and they were talking about stacking different homebuyer assistance programs. So I emailed the realtor and I was like, hey, we talked about this in class, so can I do that? Like, is that possible? He was like, yeah, sure. So he sent me some other ones, and I just have to fill out the applications for them. Hopefully they do soft pulls on my credit and not hard ones, so that my score doesn't fluctuate up and down, because you do have to have like a certain credit score in order to be able to qualify for some of these programs. So hopefully they'll do soft pulls and not hard pulls, and have my score looking all crazy, and it's like, why are you even applying? But yeah, so that's what I'm about to do. And yes, you do hear angry birds in the background, because that is what I'm listening to. So let me finish, because it's almost like 11 o'clock at night and I need to go to bed. Lunch break. So I'm on my lunch break, heading to my car, my keys. Having a black car is cool and all, until the birds start pooping on it, and then it's not cute. Ugh. Like, look at that. So disrespectful. But now, if I sat on the front step and ate some scrambled eggs, I'd be wrong. I don't even know where I want to go for lunch. I used my points at McDonald's this morning for breakfast. So, that's the only good thing about points, is that you can use them instead of the cash. So this week I've been able to like well, not this week, but because it's only Tuesday. But including like last week, I was able to not spend that much. Like almost have a no spend kind of week because I was able to just use points. And why might you ask? Because my boys ask their father for McDonald's often. And so when he sends the money, I then just use the app to order the food, which then gives me points. And so I'm then able to just go and use those points. It's like gas money. It all works out in the end. Oh, but what do I want for lunch? I could go to Mission Barbecue. But do I want that? I think I have points at Chipotle. I could go there. Oh, so glad it warmed up. But okay, I'm going to be so honest and transparent with y'all because that's just what we do. But I feel like now I'm like slow dragging with this whole home buying process. So like in the last vlog, I explained to y'all like, oh, everything's moving so fast. Like it's crazy, blah, blah, blah. And I feel like now, even though I say with my mouth that I want to walk in a faith over fear kind of mindset, it is so much, it's easier said than done. That sentence structure was about to be horrible. It is much easier said than done because, well, I want to be like all trusting and all like ready to just dive into the process. My head is like, listen, you need to slow down, think this through, calculate the numbers in your head, make sure you're making the right decision because once you sign the papers, like you're stuck for like forever, for 30 years, they got you. Like, being homeless is not cute. And trust me, I know, because throughout my childhood, we were homeless quite a few times. And even now, like, getting divorced and then having to leave that situation and basically rebuild my whole life. Like, it kind of felt like, well, technically, in terms, we never had stable housing because it wasn't ours to the time I got the apartment. And then we moved out of the apartment to wait to buy this house. So I just feel like I don't have the room to make a mistake right now. Like, I gotta be on my P's and Q's. And it's scary. It is very scary. I feel like nobody talks about the fear factor of walking by faith without being able to see the end goal. And I know that, like, now I'm just talking out loud at this moment, trying to convince myself. And, like, I know God is all powerful and, like, He's got it. And if He said He was going to do it, then He's going to do it. And it's going to be exceedingly and abundantly more than anything I could have ever dreamed of. But the lead up to that is crazy. Like, the wait for the exceedingly and abundantly more is what drives me insane. And I feel like God knows my heart and He knows how much I like to plan things and I like to have a set procedure and like a goal in mind with every action that I take. So I feel like He knows that I'm going through these things, and it would just be nice for like a pat on the back of assurance or something. But it'll be okay. It's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. We will be fine. I don't know. I think I settled on Chipotle for lunch. Or I could go to Sam's and get a pizza combo for $2.50. But that's not healthy. And I'm trying to be healthy. I don't know. We'll see. We'll most likely go to Chipotle. Like, even with the apartment, like, just so many questions when I was there. Like, okay, so thank you, God, for blessing me with this apartment. So even with the apartment, it was like, okay, thank you, God, for blessing me with this apartment. But then it became like, okay, well, you're blessing me with this apartment, but then you also bless me with these promotions at work, which now put me in a different income bracket to where now I make too much for this apartment. And my kids like this school district, I like this school district, like everything's going fine. And then the situation just kept changing and changing and changing, all for my better, mind you. But then at the same time, it was making me unstable. So it was like, what, like, seriously, God, what is happening? What are you doing? I don't know what's going on. It would be nice to know just a little bit about like what the plan is. I mean, I guess compartmentalization sometimes is key so that like I don't mess things up, but like at the same time, it would just be nice to know. Jesus, like that's all I'm saying. It would just be nice to know because like what was the point? Or was the like move to the apartment just me wanting to be back on my own and felt like I had some control over my life post leaving my marriage, and so that was a completely me move and you had no part of it, and so you just went on with your plan of like the promotions and whatnot. I don't know. That probably was it. That makes a lot of sense. Definitely makes a lot of sense. Honestly, if I would have saved the money that I used for like my security deposit and first and last month's rent and all that stuff, and would have just added that to what I already have now, like I would have been in a house somewhere